though I do not want to be least, but I would like to have everything an apple could be given to me. Thank you very much. It's a great privilege to be here at ABP Infocom. I was telling my friend today morning, when 6 years back I came into this department and I attended the ABP Infocom event in 2016. So, is it good? So, when 6 years back I came into this department of information technology and electronics in this government of West Bengal. I attended my first ABP Infocom, and that time I thought, it's really a privilege if I could be or if I were there on the stage. So it's a sort of deja vu, and 6 years on, I've been given this opportunity. I'm really privileged. Last year I was given an opportunity, but I was ill. I could not attend even the digital one. So thank you very much, everybody. Namaskar. Heartiest thanks from the Department of IT and Electronics, Government of West Bengal. I was asked to talk on specifically, empowering the citizens to be safer and more secure online. So underneath I wrote a line that this document neither has any owner nor an IPR. So everybody actually puts that C, the copyrighted thing and all. So I say that whatever we create, it is completely IPR free. You can take it, copy it, transmit it. Don't worry about somebody asking you some question, or you do not have the requirement of saluting us. No, because in awareness, or specifically pertaining to awareness, the cybersecurity awareness, the knowledge that we would require cannot be actually this copyright. It should it should be collated, everybody should come together and start laterally spreading. So that's why I wrote that. And is it working? Yeah, thank you. So I'll be talking more on these 5 specific things. I would say the first point is cybersecurity awareness, because securing citizens through empowerment would require that. The cybersecurity upskilling that is required, because you want to spread it laterally. The third is cyber assurance. As you go ahead and ensure safety, you should have an assured system that yes, it is good. So in some time this AIMS attacks will be deciphered. Or someone told me that why the organization was taking a lot of time in responding or lodging the complaint when there is a clear instruction of reporting it within 6 hours. Why? So somebody told me that that organization internally was trying to find out IOC. So I was talking to Shubhamai just right now, that Shubhamai told that my house is completely gutted in Amphan, and I am trying to identify at what point of time Amphan did hit me. It was between 1203 and 1204. So because if I do not identify the IOC, I am not bound to actually report. Wonderful. So we will talk about cyber security assurance, because we should be assured of our systems. Then we are trying to develop a quotient on cyber security satisfaction, because nowadays people tell me, or mostly my bosses or different owners, they tell me that you are spreading this fear in such a large scale that we should not be using our systems at all, because that is what you are promoting. So I thought that we should have a cybersecurity satisfaction, and in order to become cybersecurity satisfied, we should have a quotient. So we need to actually create a cybersecurity satisfaction quotient. so that any organization or individual can achieve that. And lastly, but not the least, is the cybersecurity culture. If we do not have a culture, the mindset leading to the culture, it cannot be achieved. Remember what happened when our country got independent at 1947. The percentage of sanitation available in households, and what happened, we actually took it up in a mission mode project and then started having this culture. We started building sanitary units at schools so that all children must actually start using those school latrines and go back and impress upon their parents so that they could also have a sanitary latrine unit at their respective home. So that's why the cybersecurity awareness is anything but everything about skill. So that's why I put a skill there, because it should be laterally increased. What we did at Cybersecurity Center of Excellence, it was set up 5 years back. Rather than 2016, we created it in a brick and mortar structure in 2017. At that point of time, we had those people who started helping us, are still today here. I'm so happy. In 5 years, just imagine, last year we brought out this Cyber Shambon, the Cyber Hypnosis, comic book. And that comic book got downloaded 13 lakh. 13 lakh without any promotion. We did not spend a single dime in promoting it. Nowhere. We did not give any advertisement. Nowhere did we spend a single dime. More than 50,000 hard copies were received. Good news is, some senior officer retired from our service. He told when he went back to Bakura, his native home, and he started moving around his home, he found a little girl reading Cyber Shambon. And he took a photo and sent it back to me. And he told, Sanjay, it reached the corners of the state. And soon it will be reaching the corners of the country. And right now, post that, what happened? Union Bank of India is signing an MOU, or has signed already. It will be launched on 8th. MOU with us to actually use all our knowledge and quality materials to educate their own people as well as the customers. Same thing has been happening with other banks. We are training lots and lots of banks, organizations. So just, it's a pointer that a simple comic book can be downloaded 13 lakh from our site. 25,000 physical copies, right now it is 50,000. 250 cyber security awareness camps were held. 6 crore citizens were received, cyber security awareness via numerous FM and TV social media talk shows. It is not a 5-minute talk show, a 1-hour talk show. 27 lakh DBT beneficiaries personally sent messages not to click and how to accept. Like this Duare Ration and Duare Shortcut benefits went through that. When they went to this thing, everybody like Bhandar and all beneficiaries, they are continuously being sent, especially personalized message in their vernaculars, not only in Bengali but also in Hindi, Urdu and Nepali. 2.5 lakh students were made cyber security champions because they have been oriented. And last year, Cyber Secure Bengal actually saw more than 17 lakh students participated. Shushabon's company gave 10 persons this internship in his company. Shandip gave internship to 10 persons out of those selected top 10. 15,000 teachers, over 15,000 teachers were trained. 300 senior citizens, Shopmundal, Snehodia, all these places, they were trained and made cyber security champions. And more than 5 lakh citizens pledged, cyber to remain cyber safe. These are all some pointers I wanted to just put forward. So in order to make it laterally spread, what type of activity we have been doing. And these are the some pictures of that. So I say picture says it all. Type of activities we are doing. Every mela we are attending. Every mela, be it book mela, book fair, and every mela in this Jungle Mahal mela, district mela, district book fair, everywhere. Every puja pandal we are trying to reach. Some of them we are reaching, some we will reach shortly. Even the last Durand Cup, we put 16 big banners across the stadiums. And we received thousands of messages in our WhatsApp. Cybercrime snapshot, if we take a look, 60.8% cybercrime cases were registered for the motive of fraud. 28 and 21, reporting has increased 7 times in our state. National average is 33.8, where West Bengal has more than 60% conversion of complaints into charge sheet. Around one-third crimes reported under IT Act 2000 pertain to Identity and Privacy Act. Crimes punishable under IBC, cyber stalking, cyberbullying, ATM fraud, cheating over electronic telecom comprise major portions of the crimes punishable under IBC. I am talking about our state only. Crimes regarding fake news on social media and cyber blackmailing are increasing in a hockey stick growth. So just see what type of upskilling we do. We do not stop with a single portion. We actually reach up to every corner of the system. Be it the police with the first responder training. Why has it happened? That means the increase of reporting by 7 times. Because more than 3,000 police were trained to receive proper, anybody coming to the police station and making their complaint turned into a written complaint so that it can be worked upon and addressed. Detailed responder training of investigators so that it actually converts into charge sheet. Cyber security orientation training of all direct recruit officers, police officers. Training on secure coding practice. Right now, West Bengal government's all websites are much more secure because whosoever actually manages, whether coders, scripter or change managers, they have been trained on secure coding practice. The CDR IPDR forensic tool, the first time in the country, IT department of any state actually sponsors the CDR IPDR tool for each of the cyber cases. Till today nobody has done. Not the police, home affairs, home department, but IT department. Because it understood that was in the city. When you take your mobile phone, capturing the evidence would require that very tool. And that requires the real, not just downloadable cracked tool. It should be licensed one. So we sponsor them, train them. Training on computer applications at Swami Vivekananda Police Training Institute at Barakpur. We train each and every police official coming to that on basic computer applications. And training on crime investigation, specifically on crime investigation. Those who are already into it, not only the first ones. Sometimes stats are good really. Just imagine what we are doing right now. More than 25,000 employees trained on the job. 3,000 police officials trained, I already told. 2,000 students trained on vulnerability assessment mitigation. 2,000. Specifically 2,000. 150 VASA and VAPT, applications we have done. That is web application security audit and VAPT we have done on public applications. All internet-based public applications. 300 vulnerabilities for specific government portals, they have been addressed. 90 ICT infrastructure, that means the organizations have been audited on ICT, that means ISA, infrastructure security audit assessment. More than 35,000 citizens participated in our quiz program. 15,000 citizens trained on cyber awareness, not normal awareness camps, but trained on that. 20,000 students participated in hackathons. We already have fully functional CISO, SISO, ISO, ISTO in place. The information security officer and information security technical officer in each district and department. West Bengal Cyber Security Incident Response Team, that is the state SART, is in place. The updated CCMP is already there. So you need not also grapple. Even the CIIs have been trained and handled how to make CCMP. So we are thinking ahead of the curve. How? We are the first state to create diploma in cybersecurity in Polytechnic. Yes, here. The first. We are the first state to actually create vocational training on cybersecurity guard. There is no need of physical security guard right now. So, sir, you can go back to your company and try, contact us. We will start training your security guard on and make them cybersecurity guard. They are doing that. The CSCOE, the Center of Excellence, paid cybersecurity courses of Macau, the Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology. That is also the first in the country. Macau and CSCOE jointly launching post-graduation diploma in cyber law and cyber forensics. It has been approved. It is just getting out in some time. Setting up cybersecurity forensic lab of West Bengal Police. We are also the first state to specifically create cybersecurity, the Center of Excellence created this forensic lab specifically for police at SD. We created that. Union Bank of India is collaborating with us to upskill their employees and customers, and cybersecurity awareness bus with Kolkata police is coming out. So it will be reaching your place, like Duwali. So it will go to your place, it will go to clubs, it will go to Mela, it will go to schools and start, training, teaching and making people aware. So silence has its own voice. Some of the, achievements that in the last 5 years we could make, these are some of them, because we should not just make you bored with what we have done, but start thinking what all of us could do together. So I talked about cyber security culture. This is how we spread together. Whenever I talk to some organization, that organization starts telling, Sarkar ki dekhi, what Sarkar will give. Sarkar can give you the POC, the proof of concept, because in government there is no fear of failure. So if you have an idea, come to us, we will implement it, give you the real solution, how to do it better, because the feedback you will get, the real and quality feedback you might not get even by spending money. So cyber security culture should not be only a community through awareness. It should be also, it should spread also into the professional world. So all of us together should start spreading culture. Awareness will lead to culture. As Professor Chomsky said, that awareness is the responsibility of the government, knowledge is the responsibility of the professionals, and together we will reach or create a wise society. And I add to it that only a wise society can fight with unwise menace that is called cyber intrusion. So in order to actually reach to that culture, we should have a quotient. That means whether ITC is cyber, satisfied, cyber security satisfied. There should be a quotient. If it is say 60% and the requirement is 80%, so there is a critical gap of 20%. We should work together to take that organization up to that desired level of 80%. So cyber security quotient is what we should create. If you ask me, have you created? No. I am just putting up a thought, I am sharing it loudly so that all of you do not think that government will come out with everything. It has come to the mind of the government, it is working upon that. You could come up with a better option and come out in the world. And last but not the least, the cyber safe society. So if we have a cyber safe society, we can create cyber safe Bengal, because without Bengal being cyber safe, you cannot have a cyber safe India. So our tagline is cyber safe Bengal, cyber safe. I will just leave with you some of the news clippings on the left of yours. These news clippings are the source of the right. That means we have come out with the second volume of Cyber Shammohan. It is ready. And all these recent news about your CESC connection getting disconnected, about 5G from upgrading into 5G and getting due, everything as a Bitcoin related, getting rich overnight through Bitcoins and all. So your answer to all these menaces with you, the Cyber Shambhohan Volume 2, in English it is Cyber Hypnosis Volume 2. If you just go into the details, all these recent incidents have been taken care of. So my dear friends, Government of West Bengal is not only ready, it is ahead of the curve, and it is waiting the vulnerabilities to visit her. We do not know whether we will succeed, but we will not budge. With you, our efforts will get emboldened, and I'm sure when I have been invited, it is already there. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Your session was very, very compelling, and I must say that if we actually